Good afternoon. Welcome to our wonderful senior recital. We're so excited to be able to present three of our students. I'm Jim Selway, Director of Harness Selway Arts, and my wife, Sandra Harness, and I have had the pleasure of teaching young people many, many years. And this is a wonderful gathering. Three of our students are seniors this year, and then we welcome our guests who are at the piano and at the cello, who are also providing music for this gathering this afternoon. So, just a reminder, and I know you all know this, if you would turn off your cell phones, that would be greatly appreciated. All right, so we shall begin our first performer, Jessica.
Soon Beside the ground. Miss Sandy really wanted me to do this, so.
I insisted as politely and clearly as I could. Our first poet, and all the history of our students.
So I'll start with my poem, My Body, the Earth. I feed myself with fantasies to satisfy the longing that sits at the bottom of my stomach, a desert tundra with one sea buried deep, suffering from drought, suffering from my allergy to affection. My symptoms include tectonic plate shifts away, evaporation of intimacy, and long blizzards of pounding hail to hurt myself with my own suspicions. Maybe when the apocalypse comes, every acne scar will be lost to the clouds of poison fog that roll in. Thank you, mirror, for letting me sit so close, pressed to your side like prey that cozies up to its predator, like prey that longs to be swallowed. The mist that forms on your glass from my breaths is my way of trying to melt away your reality, fogging up the skies so that I can't see what's right in front of me. If you dig deep enough into my skin, you might be able to find the fossilized remains of my confidence, but who knows, by this point they might be buried so deep that they sit like stones in the river of my bloodstream, my green vine veins growing me into the eighth wonder of the world, the wonder that a girl could be so close to collapsing from the weight of her own gravity. The second one is called 10 p.m. Out on the cul-de-sac. Maybe the reason summers don't work anymore is because they're American summers, lying down on the pavement in the middle of the cul-de-sac, staring up at an empty sky embroidered with dots of fuzzy yarn, stars that don't shine like the real thing. The neighbors' kids are 2 years younger, as they've always been, but not in the same way anymore. When did you get so tall, your voice so deep? Needlework on the brain, sewing on new patches, trying not to let the stitchwork show, adding this memory to a collection of 5 million summers, and this one is poised on the suburban street, late at night beside the basketball hoop, air as cool as the aloe vera you put on sunburn. The neighbors' kids are talking about kissing, but that's not right. They're not supposed to want to kiss. You're not supposed to want to kiss. You're all supposed to be collecting cicada shells and catching fireflies in your palms and soothing the dogs when there are thunderstorms. But instead, here you are, lying on the ground when you should be asleep, because it's okay to not be asleep anymore, and it's okay to talk about kissing with the neighbors' kids. American summers always seem lonelier, even though your friends are there. The summers in Europe, in your great-grandmother's yard, those are the ones that let you breathe easy. The smell finds you occasionally in the garage after long road trips, or in small foreign towns where you stare out of the window at night, down at sparse traffic and teens laughing around streetlights like moths. The night is so quiet, when you lay down in your bed, it feels like falling asleep in a vacuum. Summer days are swirled in with so much sunshine, you can get drunk on just a breeze or the warmth itself, but the nights are lonelier than any other season. Black holes. What's outside isn't real, and what's inside is a longing for a scent that you can only get in your great-grandmother's yard, or occasionally in the garage after long road trips, or in small foreign towns where you stare out of the window at night.
Well, the title says Over Hill and Dale, and off they will go, over hills and mountains into the wonderful things in their lives. But we're so grateful to have had this opportunity to work with these fine young people over the years. So, if you just wait for 1 second, I have something for each of you. So, Lives of the Great Composers, really this is by Harold Schoenberg, and I'd love to give this as a final gift to our graduating students. So then we go to them. And, yes. I believe in your program notes, you've given us an indication of where you're going to be going. Tatum, maybe you could just tell us briefly what's happening with you in the coming months?
I'm headed to JMU next fall.
Wonderful. Sophia?
I'm still waiting on some scores, but hopefully I'm off to University College London.
I'll be going to St. John's College in Annapolis.
Sorry. No, I'm fine. I'm
Great.
fine. It has been such a privilege. Tatum, I didn't get to teach you, but I wish that I had. I have a friend from Ukraine. Well, I have several friends in Ukraine, but I have some professional musicians friends, and one of them is a refugee in Italy, and she is waiting to see your recording. I told her how exquisite and extraordinary that it was, the performance at the recital, and she's very excited. And we'll dedicate your piece to her and all of my friends in Ukraine. So I know you're going to have a wonderful time. And a social worker, I mean, how special is that? This young lady is going to be a social worker. And Sophia and Jasper. I was sitting there I cried for a while of recital. I'm so glad that you did it like that. What a privilege to teach these two young people. And Sophia, really, we've never had a student who could write poetry, play the piano, and sing. And I should have had her sing today, but I was afraid it would be too much pressure. She has a beautiful mezzo-soprano voice. She sang in my recordings for the international live stream benefit concerts for the UN and Ukraine and Gaza. And no matter, I know how busy you are in all the studying, you had to do a TJ, and you still make time to sing. And I forgot to put in the program, last summer we had a truly unique experience. We sang live with singers in Japan in the middle of the night. And I don't know if you made 2 performances. I was trying to stay awake for the second one at 4 a.m. in the morning, but I fell asleep and Jim said, you have to go to bed. With a Jack Trip technology, if anybody, if you want to make music live online, that is the company to use it. So we learned that song, and it was truly amazing experience. I don't think I'm going to do it again soon, though, and I'm not at that hour, but we managed to do it. And I don't think I sent you a copy of the video. I need to do that. And Jasper. I remember Jasper when he was a little boy in St. Peter singing in the Pirate Penzance, right?
Yeah, Pirates of the Penzance.
It was the wrong opera in the program. Anyway, we would have microphones here, and I'm sitting over here, and I'm going, because he's a little boy, he's in trouble, and he was ignoring me. He was really getting into it and moving backwards away from the microphone. So from that to, he would only do our songs for the last however many years. He did not want to do Broadway. No musicals, thank you very much. I said, but you're going to high school, they'll do show. No. And finally he decided, I don't know what made you decide to do that.
To do the musical of my
deigned to audition, and he has done so well. So you know, he does the piano, he does classical singing, and he also does the Broadway musical thing. And I'm just, oh, sorry, I thought that was my cane. So I'm just kind of going along for the ride, and whatever he wanted to do, we did. And he's such a thoughtful, philosophical young man. At a certain point, I don't know if you realize, Jasper, he became much more than my student. And I don't even know how, I mean, I'm 78, and are you 18 yet?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, how many, what is 18 from 78?
60.
I'm 60 years older than him, and he felt like a colleague more than a student. And is that like weird? But I mean, we had the most fascinating conversations, and his lessons had to be very long because we talked about so many things, and I learned from him. And he would help me out with some technology things from time to time. So, I mean, is this, you know, people throw around the word blessing, right? People say, oh, I'm blessed by this, I'm blessed by that. It really is a blessing to be able to spend your life teaching young people like this. And I want to thank our two guest pianists and our cellist. Come up. Valerie sang in the World Children's Choir when she was a little girl. And I was so disappointed when they stopped singing. But I understand you can still sing with your sister.
Sometimes.
Sometimes you should do more. She was a wonderful singer. She's an outstanding musician, and her playing was just exquisite. It brought tears to my eyes. And I have to say, I haven't always been a cello fan. I always preferred the high, you know, the violin. But a few people that I like, and yours was beautiful, and you're going to have a great career, I know. And to thank
David.
Italy. Thank you so much for playing Jasper. You are a magnificent partner. And I saw his amazing progress on the piano when he started working with you. I really was beautiful. I'm very professional. I work with some of the great pianists and coaches in the world. And you should go far. On the one hand, it would be great if you would stay here. Because it's very hard to find somebody who can play the piano beautifully for singers. Wolf Trap usually brings coaches down from New York City because they can never find a pianist that they like. And I don't know if you play for it, they have the compilation to show it. It was beautiful.
And about the long lessons, you know, I know
So anyway, I guess I probably talked too much, but I am thrilled to see this day. And parents should come up too. Parents come up. Because we wouldn't have the children if we didn't support them. Come on, parents. We're going to get pictures. We're going to get pictures.
You may take pictures now. You can turn on your phone.
And we can pose for separate pictures too. Thank you, parents.